guys, are you ready for your next act? Alright, the next act is a very good friend of mine. He's all the way from the UK. I've been nagging him to do this show for about 10 years. Please welcome to the stage, Nick Coppin!
Thank you, Cath, thank you. Oh, big hug. Yeah. Well, hello everyone. Well, darkness and light. Oh, it's because I always thought it was about, trauma and mental health stuff, and, I didn't really have any stuff on that. But anyway, here I am, darkness and light. So what do I talk about? I suppose since it's darkness and light, I suppose I could talk about my darkness and light in as much as I am of the mixed heritage. I'll give it a bit more class, heritage. Basically, I have got the black and the white sides in that my mum is from England, my dad is from the West Indies. Yeah, so that's right, Australia. I've got to support 2 shit cricket teams, so it's darkness and light there, isn't there, really? I do like to get it out of the way in any show or any set that I do, because I get told I don't look of black heritage so many times. Here and in New Zealand, people tell me I look like I could be Maori. Okay, yeah, so you're right to laugh, because I'm sure they're taking the piss. Because I've seen those Maori guys. If I am in any way Maori, I've got a serious muscle wasting disease, man. They're huge. But back in the UK and in Europe, people think I look Indian quite a lot, which is cool. But that's where it becomes a problem in a set if you don't establish your heritage. Because you know what it's like, we make jokes about ourselves because it's a way to connect with an audience. So black comedians do jokes about being black, gay comedians do jokes about being gay, that kind of thing. Right? I did a show in the West End of London not that long ago. And I went on stage, about 150 people in, Saturday night, forgot to mention my dad was a black guy, started doing those kind of jokes. The entire audience just looked at me like, this Indian guy is fucking racist, man. That did not go well, but it is interesting, the whole kind of, the black-white thing and not looking like what heritage, because because in London it's very multicultural, there's, and I've got the black side of the family, the white side of the family, and there's all sorts of ethnicities, but it's my white friends that I suppose, I could say, amuse me a bit more, especially when they go away on holiday to sunny countries like Spain or Greece. They come back to the UK, and as soon as they see me, they put their hand out and want me to put my hand out, and I'm like, what? And they're like, come on, I want to compare tan. And I'm like, what, come on. So I'm like, why me? Right, of all the ethnicities and all the people you know in London, why me? So I asked a friend, why me? He goes, well, I think it's because you're achievable. It's good to know, isn't it? But obviously now your sunshine here has darkened me up a bit. I'm no longer achievable to my white friends. Okay, so that's good. But when I'm on holiday, it's a little bit different as well, because, I like to have I love the beach, but we all love a hotel with a swimming pool. I'm in the pool. Now, I may not look it, but I'm actually quite a good swimmer. Front crawl, quite quick, right? Loads of other friends, just breaststroke, really slow. So when I'm swimming, they call me the brown torpedo. Which is, it's like a superhero, isn't it? It's like a superhero. However, when I'm just lazing around in the pool, they call me the brown floater. So, more like a super villain. It's like hard to get rid of. Flush me, I'll come straight back in. Straight back. Unflushable. So, yeah. Oh man, I've been trying to come out with a new title for a show. Unflushable. And it's quite appropriate because that's the brown floater, or even the brown torpedo. I'll keep coming back. But it's a bit like fringes and festivals. It's like, no matter how good or bad they go, I will just keep coming back. It's like, Edinburgh, oh, is he back again? Adelaide, Brighton, like, Melbourne, is he back again? Yeah, that's right, people. I'm unflushable. I might keep that, you know what I mean? I knew it's a good reason to come and do this show. Unflushable. It's got potential. Okay, right, good. Well, now I don't need to stay now. I can just go. Thank you. But I will tell you, I think it's only right. Because obviously it's a comedy show, right? This is, even though we can talk about other things, and this is good because you can do other stories, darkness and light. So I'll tell you what, how about I tell you a scary story? Is that okay? Yeah. Okay, no poos are involved. Okay, all right. But it's a scary story. Now, it starts in Perth, right? Because before the Adelaide Fringe, there's the Perth Fringe, right? It's not as good as the Adelaide Fringe. Right, anyway, so, and you know that there's a beach in Perth called Cottesloe Beach. Right now, Cottesloe Beach is one of those beaches that's quite infamous for scary stuff in the water. right? But as Poms, we've got to go in there, have a bit of a swim around, so we do. Me and some comedian and producer friend, right? So we go in the sea, and then we're there for about 10 minutes, throwing a tennis ball around, having a bit of a splash around, and then one of us notices about 30 metres out in the ocean, a massive fin comes up out of the water. So you can imagine we shit ourselves, right? And we start looking at it and we're like, oh my God, this is pretty scary, right? So we need to get out of the water because this fin starts moving in our direction quite quickly. So we look back and we're like, we're a bit too far out, given how quick this fin's moving. So there's no way we're going to get out of the water before that fin gets anywhere near us. So we just go, look, just stand still. So we'll just like stand still, hopefully the fin won't notice us at all, right? And at the same time, you're also thinking, if it doesn't go for anyone, one of them, not me, right? But anyway, right? But the fin gets closer and closer and we are really shitting ourselves, as you can imagine. But then we realise it's no further away than maybe you to me, and we realise it's not a fin, it's a Norwegian. It wasn't a scary story, it was just a shit joke, okay? It was just a really shit joke. Oh yes, and there was kind of shit involved, wasn't there? Right, okay. You know what, these two should be writing for me. I love it, I love it. They're writers, give them some money. All right, I'll tell you what, look. Oh yeah, I would give you the money I'm making from the Fringe, but I ain't making any, so you know. We'll do another deal another time. Okay, all right, I'll tell you what, because I've sort of teased you with a scary story, and then I just delivered a crap joke, how about I do tell you a story of comedic scariness, of what you've got to deal with, right? So, after the Perth Fringe and the Adelaide Fringe. Now, a few years ago, just before COVID, I wanted to do a show midweek where it was a free entry show and I could just try out material just to see how it goes, right? And at the end of every show, for my own devilment, right, I would do what I thought was a shit joke just to see how the audience reacted, right? So I did, it was a Tuesday night, down at the Austral on Rundle Street, right, so this was it. So I did that joke. About 50 people in the room, right, I did the joke. All of them, pretty much all of them went, oh man, that's terrible. I'm like, yeah, you're right, it's a shit joke, right? However, there was a young sort of, well, I would say bogan couple. I love bogans, by the way. I even love the word bogan. In England, we just call them chavs. In America, rednecks, Australia, bogans. In New Zealand, they call them Australians. Right now, don't shoot the messenger. Right. So, young bogan couple, right? Tyler, his name was definitely Tyler. I'm not sure about how, right? Yeah, because you never forget a name that's also an occupation, right? Okay. But I think her name was Kate or Freya, it was like, whatever it was, let's just call her Kate, it's easy, right? Okay. Tyler is laughing his head off. Oh, that's fucking great, mate, what a great joke. I said, Tyler, what are you laughing at? Oh, it's a great joke. I said, no, shit, mate. We're like, oh, no, it's the best joke I've heard, mate. I'm like, shit. But his girlfriend, Kate, she's just staring at me quite bewildered, right? So I'm like, are you okay? Kate, she goes, yep. I said, you didn't get the joke, did you? And she goes, no. I know, right? So I like, she was nice, right? So I said, look, Kate, I'll tell you what, I'm going to explain the joke to you because I like it, right? So I said, right, I know you live in Australia, right? You're quite young, but have you heard of a country called Finland? She goes, no. I said, well, we're not laughing, we're learning. Okay, so there's a country in Northern Europe called Finland. Now, because like Australia, we call you Aussies or from Oz. So people from Finland, they're Finnish, or we call them Finns for short. Okay, all right. So it wasn't a person from Finland in the water, it was a person from Norway. And she goes, why Norway? I said, well, okay, because basically Finland and Norway are both Northern European countries. You know, they're quite close together. So I mistook a Finnish person for a Norwegian. And she goes, I don't get why it's got to be a Norwegian. So okay, I'll tell you what, Kate. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you the joke a different way, and then I think you'll understand it. Okay, she goes, oh yeah, great. I said, okay. Right, so we're in the water, remember that? Okay. Fin comes up out of the water, starts moving towards us, scary, shitting ourselves. Okay, turns out it's not a Fin, it's a Nigerian. See, that wouldn't work, would it, Kate? Why not? I said, well, because Finnish people from Northern Europe tend to be pale skinned with straight hair, right? Usually, right? Whereas Nigerians from Africa tend to be very dark-skinned with curly afro hair, you see? So I wouldn't mistake them, would I? See, so that's the joke. So there you go. And that's it, so I'm going to go now. She goes, you can't go. I said, what do you mean I can't go? The next show's got to come in. So I've got to go. She goes, well then, what happened to the shark? I said, Kate, there is no shark. You said there was a shark. I didn't say there was a shark. Yes, you did. I said, I didn't. Okay, look, I said, Kate, right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to explain how jokes work. Okay, I said, look, listen. Comedy is a bit like magic with words, okay? I said, have you ever seen a magician? She goes, yeah, brilliant. You know how they kind of like, there's a dove or a rabbit or a card and it's there, but then it's gone. She goes, yeah. I said, well, it's not really gone. It's still there, you just can't see it. Because the magician's made you think it's not there. It's called misdirection. They've got you to believe something that's not the case, you see. So what I say is, when I say a fin in the water in Australia, people think shark, but it's not a shark. You see, I've directed them to think something different, you see, and that's it, you see. So, because obviously a fin, you know, sharks have fins for balance and swimming. She goes, they have them on their backs. She goes, what, a Finnish person on the shark's back? I said, no, Kate, no. A fin on the back. See, so I say, you know, fin, they think shark, but it's not. See, I'm misdirecting to think a shark, but aha, I mean a Finnish person. But then the twist, because jokes have to have a kind of twist a lot of the time, it's not a Finnish person, it's a Norwegian. That's the joke, that's how it works. Now you've got it, right? Okay. And she looks at me, she goes, I still don't get why it's got to be a Norwegian. I said, Kate, because basically Finnish people and Norwegian people and the countries are Northern European, Scandinavian countries, all right? And then this Aussie guy in the back goes, oh, excuse me, Mr. Coppin, I think you'll find that Finland isn't actually regarded as Scandinavia. For fuck's sake, it's just a shit joke, okay? Just want to go home now. And now just remembering that again for this Darkness and Light show, it stressed me out, and I need a drink, I'm going to get pissed. Thank you very much. Bye!
Nick Coppin! Thank you for that strong finish, Nick.
Oh, very good.
Someone had to do it.